Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Miss J, and we're getting started. This is one of the first of many answers to your questions that you're emailing me. Those of you who are new to the Miss J Forum, all you have to do is email me right here, info at MsJProductions.com. In the subject box, put Ms. J Forum or advice or I need your help or just let us know what you're talking about, basically. I first want to say thank you to all of you who are continuing to support me, listening to the radio show, tuning in every day, Monday through Friday. We are live on blogtalkradio.com, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 a.m. Eastern, and we are now featured on iartistradio.com 5 days a week. So shouts out to all of you, and we international, baby. Oh, I love it. I got direct messages, Facebook messages, and emails from people in Africa, Japan, the UK, and even Canada. So I am so grateful. I am so honored, and I am truly blessed to be connected to all of you around the world. So from the bottom, from the deepest depths of my heart, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I could not do what I do the way I do it if it wasn't for y'all. So let's get right into it. I got a lot of emails, ironically, and well, not really ironically, but it was kind of crazy that you guys are seeking my advice about relationships. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer, and let's get right into it. First off, let's put this out there. I'm not ashamed to say it. Not that I'm like, boasting about it, but I am single for now. For now. But I am single. But I have had experiences in relationships. The closest I got to marriage was being engaged for a few years, but apparently that didn't work out. So I do have some experience and some wisdom, and of course some life lessons that I've had to learn the hard way, and some by just watching others. And so before I answer any questions, I just want to let you guys know, I guess this is the disclaimer, that it's strictly my opinion. Any advice that I give, it's optional. You don't have to take my advice, but you did email me asking me for it. So if you don't like it, don't do it. So those of you who are asking me questions about relationships, some youth out there emailing me saying, when is it a good age to start dating? There are some parents that are asking, my child is liking boys or girls. Should I let them start dating? There are some people that are in, I guess they want to call it a relationship, but they don't know how to define relationships. There are some people that's been in a relationship and then they're waiting to define it, and the other person won't define it, so they want to get out of a relationship. And there's some people out there that have not been in a relationship so long, they're wondering, should they even try to get into a relationship? So I'm going to try to help you all out. I don't know if I'll be able to do it in just this one video, but I am going to address a few of the questions. Now, when your questions come in, of course, your names are going to remain anonymous. Those of you who are staying connected via the website, MsJProductions.com, you guys will know if I'm talking about your question or not. So you got to stay tuned, because I'm not going to call your name. I'm not even going to say the area that you're calling from, because I want to protect you. And privacy and confidentiality are enforced strictly. So first off, for the youth out there, those teenagers, middle school kids, high school kids who are looking to get into a relationship, I am going to start out by saying, no! Don't do it! I know, now you guys don't even want to watch the rest of the video, right? No, in all seriousness, if you're in school right now, especially middle school and high school, I truly believe that you should focus on your studies first. Get your education. You don't need any distractions. You got enough pressure. You don't need the pressure and the responsibility, because it is a responsibility of a relationship. But with that being said, I also want to say I do understand that at that age, you're starting to have feelings that you really don't understand. They're kind of strong. You're really emotional about a person. This person makes you feel a certain way, so why not? So, in reality, I know most of you guys will not just avoid relationships. But I do strongly encourage you to become best friends first. Before you get into any emotions and talk about having sex, getting into anything physical, even kissing, heavy petting, touching, rubbing, rated X conversations on the phone. It's 2013, y'all. Elementary school kids are going through these things. So I got to keep it real. But before you guys get into any of that, become best friends first. Boys and girls, get to know each other, the ins and outs. Get to know the family, the mama, the daddy, the uncle, the cousin, the brother. Get all the dirt, the gunk. Are they a virgin? How far did they go if they have not had sex? How close to it have they gotten? How important is it to them? Do they have life goals? Are they looking to work and all this stuff? You have to find out about that person first. So by the time you can say you truly know a person, you probably done graduated from high school, and then you guys are adults by that time. And if they lasted that long, I should say go ahead and get into a relationship with them. So I thought that should help. Those of you who have, guys that you were talking to, quote unquote, guys that you are dating, quote unquote, I think you guys should be very, very responsible and be open with your parents. Your parents have been there. If you can't talk to your parents, talk to somebody older and experienced that you can trust privately before you make a decision. You're at a really, really emotional and vulnerable state in your life. And I'm only telling you this because I've been there. A lot of us have been there, and we know how it is. Puppy love, even as adults, is the most reckless at times. And you don't want to make a choice that you might end up regretting or have you in a situation that you can't get out of. And then you're going to have to go tell your parents anyway. And then, it's not going to be good. So my advice to all of you youngsters out there, you school age kids, elementary school, middle school, high school, become best friends first. Get to know each other. If your parents want you to go out, to the movies or to the mall, that's fine. If your parents want to go, let them go. Just tell them to sit a few rows behind. Just take your time and get to know each other better. So I hope that helps some of you youth out. Now, to you adults, I say the same. Get to know each other better. Get to know all the ins and the outs. I truly say you don't know a person until you've gone through a bad situation with them. It's one way, you see a person if everything's good and, you're in love and they're giving you compliments. But once you go through a situation, a real situation, like lost a job, got evicted out of your apartment, if they have, I'm talking to adults now, if they have children already, baby mama, baby daddy drama, that's when the true them really comes out. So you want to make sure that you know this person before you get deep and hard and heavy into a relationship. And I'm telling y'all not what I heard, what I know. It is getting close to Valentine's Day, so I know a lot of you guys are emotional, especially women. Aren't we the worst? This holiday, we know what it's about. It's about making money. Jewelry, it's the perfect day to get proposed to, flowers and candy and romance and all that type stuff. And we say we don't mind, but if don't nobody tell us happy Valentine's Day, even a text message, we having an attitude, posting it on Facebook and talking about how we really don't need a man, but all the while we in the bed by ourselves hugging a pillow because we really want somebody next to us. Oops, did I say it? I sure did. So for those of you who are single out there, I say have fun. Of course, you have to be responsible. You don't go and be promiscuous and subject yourself to a lot of diseases out there, infections, even spiritual issues that you'll have. And that's a whole different conversation we're going to have just about sexual intercourse and how that relates to you spiritually and naturally. But just getting involved emotionally with a whole bunch of different people is just not good. So I say, have a lot of friends. I mean, set the boundaries, be direct, be forward, be honest, tell them what you want up front. You have to kind of feel a person out. Sometimes we can be overwhelming and overbearing, especially if there's something that we're really looking to do, especially those women out there who are looking to be married. And as soon as you meet a man, that's the first thing you're talking about. We know you're older, you have kids, you don't have time to play, but he just want to get to know you. He just want to see what your favorite color is and what makes you smile so he can do it more. And you already talking about life insurance policies and savings bonds and college funds, and he's not into that. So just slow down, take your time, relax, and enjoy the journey. Some people are in our lives only for a season, but everybody is there for some type of lesson. So learn it well. Those of you who are in relationships right now and it's been a long time, so you say, and you don't know how to define it, or you have not defined it, I say the proof is in the pudding. I mean, if you've been with somebody for 5 years and every time you want to talk about marriage, they shy away from it, or it turns into an argument, that might not be the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. I know you guys are saying, well, we've been together for so long and da-da-da-da-da, and your family loves each other. I mean, I'd rather go through a few months of crying and ice cream and heartache than go through the rest of my life being miserable and probably end up in divorce. So take your time. Those of you who are kind of in this era, like I'm single, but I want to be in a relationship, but I've been through too much crap to open myself up and be vulnerable again to go into a relationship, I say let the fear go. Now, take it from me. I've had some horrible experiences in relationships. And although I've had some bad experiences in relationships, and I'm not putting the blame all on the guy. I mean, I wasn't always wise. I had to do some growing and maturing myself, and God is still working on me now. I'm currently single. Honestly, I don't know why. I guess I am a little bit too busy. And it's kind of by choice because I do have this controlling side, and now I've just walked myself into a confessional. So let's just go ahead and do a sidebar. Why is Miss J single? To answer the question directly and honestly, I don't know. But to dissect it a little bit and to go deeper and to be honest about my emotions and where I am in life and what I'm going through, I do know that I am very protective of myself and where I want to go in life. And I am a single mother, so I have to be extremely careful about who I introduce my child to. You know, how do they feel about having a child, that type of thing, where we're going in life. So I like to take it a little bit slower, sometimes a little bit too slow, and I'm okay with that. Right now, I am absolutely okay with being single. I think that's the safest place for me to be right now with everything that's going on with, you know, me being a mother, an entrepreneur, minister and mentor and all this great stuff. The responsibility of a relationship right now, I feel, would be a little bit too much for Ms. J. So now that we've got me out of the way, let's get back into answering the questions. That was my confessions, okay? So let's get back into the question. Yeah, those of you who are single like me and you're wondering, what am I doing wrong? It's been a long time. Why am I still single? What am I doing wrong? I always say do a self-check. Like, just check yourself. You know, what is it that you're truly looking for? And whatever you're looking for, are you willing to give the same? I also studied psychology for 4 years, and there's a wonderful book called The 5 Love Languages. Google it, look it up. There's a test that you can take to find out what your love language is. Is it words of affirmation, gifts? I mean, there's 5 different ones, and I don't want to get into it because it's going to make the video a whole hour long. But find out what your love language is. Your love language is how you express your love. And most of the time, how we express our love and our affection is what we expect back. But Everyone does not have the same love language. So, for instance, I am more of acts of kindness type person. Like, I do things for people to show them that I love them. But if I get with someone that's words of affirmation that needs to hear, I love you, you're wonderful, you're great all the time, we might clash. We might have to find a way, or I might have to find a way to verbally express it more instead of doing more. And I need to understand that if he does not do a lot of actions, it doesn't mean he doesn't love me. He just rather tell me because that's the way he wants to express his love. Now, this part is not about me personally. I'm just giving an example to help you guys out. So I truly recommend 5 love languages. Make sure you log on. You can even Google it, but take the test. It'll give you a major like eye opener, light bulb, different perspective about where you are in relationships and what you expect. If you know somebody that you're interested in, if you guys are talking and you've expressed that maybe it can happen, I encourage you to let them know or ask them to take the test along with you. It only takes like 3 minutes. So it's not this long drawn out test that you have to take. It's really fun to find out where you are. So I say go ahead and do the love languages test, find out where you guys are and see where you go from there. And have discussion, conversation. We know women are from Venus, men are from Mars, or vice versa. So most of the time us women are more communicators than men are, but don't rush the other party. Give them time to answer the question. But ask. If this is what you feel, let them know. Look, I am looking to get married. And I have a timeline. And I want to be married by the age of 35. How do you feel about that? And accept their answer. Even if they don't answer, accept that. Tell somebody, I have children already, but I'm looking to have more. How do you feel about that? These are the type of conversations you need to have before you just lay down and sleep with somebody. Because once you enter into the whole thing about sex, it goes on a whole different level. And now you're really into feelings and emotions and spiritual stuff. To now you're really tied up with this person. And that's what most of us Christian or church folks call a soul tie. You're tied to each other in your souls and your spirits. And it's hard. It's beyond hard to break that beyond a conversation. And then we got to get deeper and you got to go to the altar, get anointed, get delivered, and get healed and restored. And that's just something totally different. So that's like me answering 5 questions in one. My wrap up about the whole relationship thing really is take your time, get to know the person. Use wisdom. Do not ignore the warning signs. And once you've done that, it will be clear, apparent, if he or she is the one. But until you find the one, or the one finds you, enjoy the journey. Enjoy life. Have a good time. Meet people. Network. Connect. Laugh. Smile. Love freely. Forgive, let go of the past. And I really want to talk to you women for a second. Those of you who are, over the whole relationship thing, come on, y'all. Like, bitterness is so not a good look on us. It really isn't. Bitterness is so stinky, men can smell it a mile away. So if you're holding on to any, past hurts, judgments, complaints, get healed and delivered and cleansed from that first before you even try to get into another relationship. Men, same to you. Don't sit here and because you chose the wrong woman 15 times, now you got this whole list of tests and questions and craziness you want to put women through before you really treat her like a lady. You guys, love freely. Do it with all of your heart. It's okay. It's okay to love. It's okay to have a great time, but do it with maturity, with wisdom. Use your mind, the gift that God's given you. Use your heart. Have compassion and get some advice. And I'll be here to give you some advice and guidance and to have some girl talk and guy talk and just talk. What we love to do right here on the Ms. J Forum. So thank you for tuning in. I hope I answered some of your questions. Yeah, I guess this is the first part to many because I know a lot of you guys are now going to comment. So go ahead and add comments in the comment box down below. Let me know what you think, if you have further questions or if this just didn't help you at all and now you're even further confused than you were before you sent me the question. Let me know that too. I want to know your feedback, but I appreciate your time. I appreciate your love. And make sure you tune in Monday through Friday to Ms. J in the Morning on blogtalkradio.com and 5 days a week on iartistradio.com. So log on to the website, MsJProductions.com. Make sure you email me, send me more questions, and let's OD on positivity. So y'all, I love you. I do, with all my heart. And I want you guys to feel the love and continue to love. I love, y'all. And I love you. So once again, thank you so much. Mwah.
What's your definition of it? How's it make you feel? Tell me what you'd say that truly makes it real. Kings and queens, philosophers have tried so hard to find